Everybody loves Willow Glen. It's just a fun little town to go to. Everybody knows everybody, and it's just small town vibe in a big city. And there's good things and bad things about moving there. So let's get going. Very centrally located. It's almost close to downtown San Jose, but you can get on the freeway pretty quick. You can go to anywhere really quickly, and it's so centrally located. It's almost like 20-minute drive to anywhere within the Santa Clara County, unless you're going up to the mountains or down to South County. And number two, I already alluded to it. It has the downtown is Lincoln Avenue, and you can look at it at the map tours that I have down below, or you can just go look at it on Google Maps. But downtown Main Street, I love the idea that San Jose has a couple of these, and most other towns or cities within Santa Clara County have Main Street or downtown, small town vibe. That's the most amazing thing about Willow Glen, is that it has Lincoln Ave and it's old-timey town where you have old buildings, you have new buildings as well, but you also have old buildings, but it's downtown and it's a great place to go. Number three, it's an amazing community. Now, I don't live there. I would love to live there. I bought my second house, the house that I live in Blossom Valley, which is also a great community. But when I see people getting on the street, they're pushing their stroller, they're hanging out and they're waving to people. Number four, close proximity to high-paying jobs. I already talked about how location is really close to everything. It's really close to everything. You're 20 minutes to Facebook, to Google, to Apple, you name it. All the high-paying jobs, all the big companies that people flock to Silicon Valley, very close to come there. And you're also very close to going to downtown San Jose. Willow Glen, it's really 10 minutes to get to the airport. Community events. Now, I can't tell you how many different things that they have. They have an art and wine festival, they have a bubbly walk, they have a thing where you walk down during Halloween with your kids and go to individual shops and they give you candy. It's just a fun little thing, and that's the beauty and the awesomeness of what Willow Glen has. Number six, houses. Now you have custom and you have semi-custom houses. Another great thing about Willow Glen is that you have houses that are very unique. There's bungalows, there's cottages, there's Victorian, there's craftsman, any kind of style house. They have a very small backyard, a very small front yard, and a big, huge square mansion. People like it, people don't like it. It is what it is, right? And lastly, the last pro is an abundance of restaurants. Now, you can go high end, you can go low end, you can go middle grade. There's Black Sheep Brasserie, to Braise, to gastropubs like The Table. It's actually called The Table, and it's not a chain, but they own three or four different other restaurants all around the valley, and they make amazing grub. One last thing I forgot to talk about, the weather. San Jose has pretty good weather. Right now, we're getting torrential downpour. In the last few years, it's been pretty bad during the summer, where we had multiple days, talking about 20, 30, 40 days, over 100, sometimes over 105. And we had the wildfires there going for a while. It's been kind of crazy weather, but typically speaking, on a general day, it's anywhere from 75 to 85. And that's really perfect weather anytime. All right, cons. Now, these are general cons or negatives against Willow Glen, but it's also most of San Jose, most of Santa Clara County. Number one is traffic. And it's not like LA traffic, and Willow Glen can be bad when there's a lot of traffic and a lot of people. It's very pedestrian friendly, especially on Lincoln. Number two, it's expensive. Not like Palo Alto or Los Altos expensive, but for San Jose, it's the second most expensive area in San Jose. As a matter of fact, the average home sold was about $2.1 million in 2022, which it takes about 17 days to sell. It actually went up just a tad bit right up towards the end of the year, but 2.1 million versus Almaden Valley, which tops out, I think, 2.3. And if you're gonna go in and try to lowball an offer, you're absolutely welcome to, but we typically see about 5% increase over the list price as a final sales price. Number three, it's a fast-paced life, but that's all of Santa Clara County and most of the metropolitan areas of California. San Francisco, Oakland, San Jose, everything's very fast-paced. And we're in the Silicon Valley, so things need to be done on time or before schedule. And that's just the way it is. Number 4, I already mentioned this, you're centrally located. It's true, you're very centrally located, but you're very close to freeways. Now, there's certain parts that are further away, but some parts of Willow Glen are right along 87, and you do tend to hear the traffic. As a matter of fact, there's also a railroad that comes through there. Doesn't go that often, but it's still there. And you're underneath the flight path. All right, lastly, it's in closer proximity to, I don't want to say rougher neighborhoods, but I would say more working class neighborhoods. And there isn't a huge gang element, but there is crime. But there's crime in Willow Glen, and there's crime in Almaden Valley, and there's crime here. There's crime all over. I wouldn't say that Willow Glen has a high crime problem. As a matter of fact, it's probably one of the safest areas in San Jose to live. However, actually Blossom Valley is the safest place to live because it's so far out of the way, criminals are too lazy to come here. I do have a relocation guide that's available, and it's all specific to Willow Glen. If you want to do it, just type in relocation at abitano.com and say Willow Glen relocation guide, please. Simple as that. I don't do the whole lead gen gate form thing, not yet, but we'll do that eventually. Now that we talked about the pros and cons about Willow Glen, I want you to make sure that you take a look at this map tour that I just did for you. It's a pretty cool little thing. I'm driving all around Willow Glen. You can take a look at different areas, and the map pops up every now and then, and it shows you specifically where in Willow Glen you can take a look. If you have a question about buying or selling a house here in Santa Clara County, please let me know. You can get to me by my phone number, 408-705-6817, or you can click on the link down below, calendly.com/Abitano. I'm Vito Scarnecchia with the Abitano Group, powered by Compass. We'll see you out there.